After 4 years in the government, you always have some, challenges, especially in Lithuania, where there is a tradition of we have tradition always power change after every election.
Lithuanians are set to vote in a crucial parliamentary election on October 13, 2024, against the backdrop of rising economic concerns and persistent fears of Russian aggression. The center-right government of Prime Minister Ingrida Simonyte is facing widespread dissatisfaction over soaring living costs, wealth inequality, and strained public services, while at the same time maintaining high public support for defense spending to counter potential threats from Russia. In the lead-up to the election, the capital city, Vilnius, is filled with campaign ads and billboards featuring competing political parties. Among them is the Homeland Union Lithuanian Christian Democrats, led by Simonyte, who is seeking re-election after 4 years in power. Despite her government's strong stance on military investments and a stable economy, she faces tough competition from the Social Democrats and the rising Nemunas Dawn Party. The Social Democrats, a former communist party led by Velija Blinkevičiūtė, have emerged as the frontrunner, polling around 18%. The party is focusing on economic reforms aimed at addressing income inequality and improving public services.
Well, we have the very popular leader. Velija Blinkevičiūtė. She's a very experienced politician. She has wide support across all groups of the society. Also, because of the political agenda we actually pursue in the parliament right now, we register the law amendments which actually brings some hope for the people that the issues they face with income inequality, with rising prices, with public services access and things like that, it will be solved within the next term in the parliament and in the government.
Simonyte's party, the Homeland Union, is polling lower, at around 9%, despite the Prime Minister's success in doubling the country's defense budget in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Laurynas Kasčiūnas, the deputy leader of Homeland Union, acknowledged the challenges of maintaining voter support after 4 years in power.
Of course, we made some mistakes, maybe political mistakes, but at the same time, it's not time to think about what we did wrong, but to think what we are going to do in the future. And I think if you look at our situation, economy, in defense spending, investment in defense, and doing all think on how to build us stronger and to deter our adversaries, I think in these two fronts we have good results. Economy is growing, it's stable, we have a fiscal discipline, it's helping. I think it's very important for moving forward to put on the fundamentals to move forward, and the people who just want to be in the calm, secure situation. What is my duty to guarantee that? But at the same time, can do business, can raise their children in a peaceful way, with a peaceful sky.
The election is taking place as Lithuanians grapple with inflation, which reached over 20% 2 years ago, one of the highest rates in the Eurozone. Many voters, particularly the elderly and those in rural areas, are feeling the strain of rising prices and long waits for healthcare services.
Well, people don't like the current government and their policies, their beliefs, and other things. So, we hope that these elections will bring some improvement, that something might change, maybe something in Lithuania.
Political analysts Vytautas Bruveris, however, warned that the next government could be fragile, regardless of which party leads.
Danger I see, the main problem I see, that no matter what coalition will be made, this coalition will be very weak and fragile. The whole country and the whole region can face in the upcoming years very serious existential challenges. So I, as a citizen of this country, would prefer to see more, more strong and more responsible more solid government and governance in this country. But as I've said, all the tendencies are showing that that will be not the case.
The Niemiecki Dawn Party, currently polling in second place, has been shunned by both the Social Democrats and Homeland Union, which could further complicate post-election coalition talks. For many voters, the threat from Russia looms large in their decision-making. 3/4 of Lithuanians believe Russia could attack the country in the near future, according to a poll conducted by Baltijos tyrimai/ELTA. The country's proximity to the war in Ukraine has made defense a priority for most political parties. Graphic designer Jurgita Legatate voiced her concern.
Maybe someone from other parties will come, maybe some younger people. The youth haven't yet learned the bad ways.
Well, in the health sector, I am close to medicine. The waiting times are long, very long. You shouldn't have to wait for specialists for half a year. It would be good if they could fix the healthcare system. Beyond that, there's not much else to hope for.
The Social Democrats have promised to increase government spending to address these issues without raising taxes, a plan that contrasts with Simonyte's proposal to raise excise duties next year to fund continued defense spending. While the opposition has criticized the government's handling of overcrowded healthcare and education systems, they have broadly supported maintaining Lithuania's strong stance on defense.
I hope Lithuania will stay as it is, independent and free from any Russian influence. This is what I hope for the most, and I'm waiting for it.
As voters head to the polls, the outcome remains uncertain. The election will decide not only the future of Lithuania's economic policies but also its stance on defense and security in the face of mounting pressure from Russia. Whether Lithuanians choose continuity or change, the next government will face the immense challenge of navigating both domestic issues and external threats in a volatile geopolitical landscape.